everybody. Today Gina Young's going to show you all how easy it is to make delicious ranch pork chops. These ranch pork chops are absolutely amazing. When I tell you, they are tender, they're moist, they're flavorful, and they're crispy on the outside. This is the way you want to eat them. Here's what you're going to need. Simple ingredients. You're going to need some good pork chops. When I purchase my pork chops, I always get the assorted. The center cut, they're always dry. Don't get the center cut. The assorted is what I have here. And I've washed them off using lemon juice, salt, and cold water. Gave it a nice pat dry. First thing that we're going to do, well, let's talk about the ingredients. Your pork chops, cornflake breadcrumbs. These things right here, absolutely amazing. And if you ever decide that you're going to make a meatloaf, use these cornflake breadcrumbs. They are chef's kiss every time. Okay, and you're going to need just some ranch dressing. Okay, this kind here. Yes, you can make them with the ranch powder seasoning and do it the same way, but this is the way that I like to make them best. Okay, you're gonna need some spices to make it come together and taste good. We have salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, some paprika, parsley flakes on the top when it's done. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make delicious ranch pork chops, Gina Young style. I hope y'all are having a good day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this recipe. Let me hear from you all in the comment section below. Have you ever tasted anything like this? Have you ever heard of it, or do you plan on making it? Let me hear from you. We're gonna do right away. Let's go ahead and season them, and don't you be afraid to season. When you're afraid to season, your food will be absolutely flavorless. I'm going in with salt, and I always like to tell everybody, if you're that person that cannot use salt, just simply leave it out, and then your family and friends can salt theirs, you know, a little later. But keep in mind that this ranch dressing, it has a ton of flavor in it. It's going to bring great flavor to this recipe. Okay, so we're going to go in with some paprika. And I always like to tell everybody, let your meats kind of come up to room temperature. And it really doesn't have to come up to room temperature. Let me just say this. Let the chill come off of them. We don't want to begin to cook these and they just came out of the refrigerator. They're super cold and they'll cook up nice and dry. When you let a little bit of that chill come off, they're always going to be moist for you. At least that's my opinion. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this paprika on. It's not a smoked paprika, but you can always use smoked if you want to, you know. We're going to get the black pepper on. And any seasonings that you love, if there's a certain seasoning that you like on your pork, absolutely you can do that. Put it on there so you can enjoy your recipe, okay? All right, just like this. When was the last time you guys had some good pork chops? Pork chops that taste good that you couldn't forget about. This is that recipe. I'm going in with garlic powder, and on purpose, I'm putting a nice amount, y'all. You hear me? I'm not afraid to season. I'm going to do that same thing with this onion powder, and then we'll flip them over. This one ain't coming out too fast enough. Then we'll flip these over, season them, and let them set for about 15 minutes on the counter, just like this. And then after that 15 minutes, we'll double back, and I'll show you how I like to dredge them in the ranch. They smell good. I went ahead and flipped them over, and I'm beginning to season this other side, just like so. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And my cookie sheet that I'm going to be cooking these on, I'll show you. I put a little bit of cooking oil. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough so they don't stick, right? And it helps for these to get nice golden brown and crispy. Guess what? We're not having these for dinner today. Right? And my husband told me, he said, we could actually have these for dinner tomorrow. And so that tells you right there that these remain crispy. So even though we're having these tomorrow, they're going to be crispy. They're going to be just as good, just like they came out of the oven today. So I'm so excited. Today we're having some seafood and baked potatoes. So that's super exciting as well, but I had to bring this recipe to you today. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Get this last seasoning on, and then we're going to set this aside over here on the counter, and then we'll come back and dredge it in that lovely ranch dressing. Get the cheapest kind of ranch dressing. You don't need to buy a fancy, expensive ranch dressing. You know, any kind will work. It's going to bring great flavor to your recipe. Look at that. Smells so good in here. Oh my goodness. I would say about 25 minutes has went by and our spices has had time to, you know, kind of marry with this beautiful pork. Let's go ahead and put our ranch on, make it taste good. All right, and this also helps to adhere your lovely cornflake crumbs. All right, so now watch this. I have a silicone brush here. It's going to help me to paint the ranch onto the pork chop just like so. But in the meantime, I don't really want to disturb all those spices. I don't want to rub off those spices. We want those spices because we want the flavor. So watch how gentle. Y'all know how to be gentle. Watch what I do here, okay? Just like this, and then we'll flip them over. But I'm going to be super gentle with these, okay? Oh my good, like my mouth is salivating right now. Just a nice gentle paint onto the pork chops. Just like this, and then we'll flip them over. I want to know, when you make yours, contact me. Message me and let me know how yours turned out, because I can't wait to hear how much you are going to love these. And here's the thing, you can really use as much ranch as you want, but don't get too wild, because then your crust that we're forming with these cornflake breadcrumbs won't be as crispy. All right, you can see, you get the gist of what we're doing here, right? All right, lovely. We're gonna flip these over. Do the same thing with the other side. And then we're gonna pour the breadcrumbs on top of them until they're nice and coated in. And it's important that you're using, for my recipe, it's important that you're using the cornflake breadcrumbs. Yes, you could use a regular kind. They ain't gonna taste like Gina Young's, right? Get you some of those. And you can typically find them in your local market, in the baking section, right where you would find the other type of breadcrumbs, okay? Let's do it. Super excited. Same thing. Be careful, don't push your spices off. If you wanted to put a little bit of mustard on here, you absolutely could. All right, there we go. Then I'll let this set for 10 minutes, and then we'll dip them in the breadcrumbs, or pour your breadcrumbs, however you want to do it. You can shake it in a bag if you want. Okay, just like this. Lovely, it smells so good. Gorgeous. It's been a while since we've had this, and I'm excited. Ooh, there we go. That looks amazing. Oven is nice and preheated. I'm just going to do a number just like this. And you can pack it down. Pack it down onto your chops, however you want to do. Do you all remember like the shake and bake? It has a very similar taste, but it's like upgraded. It is. It's upgraded Gina Young style. Because growing up, when Shake and Bake first came out, I thought it was like amazing. I really did, and it was great, and it was something we had every once in a while, not often, but I did like that taste. And so if you remember that taste growing up, having Shake and Bake, or if you eat that now, you're gonna get that very similar taste. But like I said, this is upgraded, okay? So now we're gonna flip them over. During this cooking process, I never flip them over. I don't disturb them. I don't flip them over. The bottom will get crispy. The top gets crispy. Turn out great every time. So now that I have it just like that, we're going to make sure that we get the breadcrumbs onto the bottom and onto our cookie sheet that we slightly oil just a little bit. You don't need a lot of oil really. And the reason why is because there is some fat onto your pork chops, and that fat will render off into the pan and get them nice and crispy as well, okay? So now, let's pick them all up, get them nice and dredged. I'm just gonna pour some more. I thought I could just pat the extra ones in, but I really wanna make sure that both sides is getting nice and coated. I'm getting breadcrumbs everywhere, but it's okay. We'll make it work, won't we? Sure we will. Let's get them onto, I'm going to pat them in. Let's get them onto here and into the oven, 350 degrees. I literally have I'm standing on breadcrumbs right now. It's okay. It's definitely okay. It's breadcrumbs all over the place. Nice and pat them in. The smell is gorgeous. And these breadcrumbs smell great too. Here we go, lovely. These are some good looking chops. I like the medium-sized chops. And like I said, I do love the assorted more than any pork chop. Don't give me the center cut. Let's get some more onto that one. Beautiful. The more fat that's on a pork chop, yes, yes, yes. You know what I'm about to say. The more fat that's on a pork chop, the more I love it. I love pork chop fat, especially when it fries. Wee, talk about good. Oh yeah. Okay, look at that. And then we have one more into the oven. I need to wipe my hands off. Up my workspace a little bit and wash my hands off. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley flakes, you know, just dried parsley flakes for some color here. Make them look gorgeous. Anything you're making, do what you can to garnish it. Make it look pretty, right? Lovely. Into the pork chops cooked, let's go ahead and make up some brownies. We're having brownies tonight here at the Young's house. I'm just greasing my pan here, and I'm making box brownies. Box brownies is the best, right? Sure I am. All right, everything, just because I know how to cook, every single thing that I make is not always homemade, especially my cakes. But we're gonna make them taste good, right? Sure we are. So now I'm putting a nice amount of grease on the sides and the bottom of my pan, because when it comes to brownies, I like that crispy, chewy edge. That's like my favorite part of the brownie. When you cut into the brownies, I always want that edge piece. Give me all the edge pieces and everybody else can have the other pieces. All right, so I got all my seasonings, you know, my water, my egg, my oil. I'm gonna put just a dash of cinnamon. I know, just a little twist, right? Some Chinese 5-spice. I always tell people about Chinese 5-spice. It's just like allspice. To me, it tastes like spot on, same thing as allspice. And I love the flavor. It brings like a holiday warm feeling to me that I absolutely love. So I'm gonna mix this up. We're putting this in the oven. This is dessert tonight. Can't wait. One day I'm gonna pick up the nerve to put some peanut butter in my brownies, like swirl some peanut butter through the top. I have yet to do it, but I am gonna try it. One day. That tastes good. Put these brownies right into the oven, right with our pork chops. The whole house smells like absolutely amazing right now. I kind of wish I had a smaller baking dish. A smaller baking dish would allow my brownies to be much thicker. But the wider you go in circumference of your pan, they'll be thinner. So we'll see how tall they wind up being. I kind of like for my brownies to be nice and chewy and tall. You know, so if your pan is shorter, the taller they'll be. Remember that. Oh, yes. I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff you could really put inside your brownie mix, like maybe some mini marshmallows, right? Or is it just that I'm hungry? I am starving. I'm starving, y'all. I'm so hungry. It didn't take me no time to cook. The whole house smells amazing, and dinner is ready. Look at this. When I tell you I can't wait to take, I'm taking a bite. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on, tell your family and friends, tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, we thank you once again for this meal, your hedge of protection, and your love. Take a bite. I'm going in. I want a piece that I'm promised to possibly get a piece of fat meat too. Oh, let's see. The flavor, the crunch is there. This is what you want. If you haven't tried this recipe, try it Gina Young style. Let me know what you think, and guess what? You can make the same recipe using chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Delicious every time. Somebody stop me.